Well, hello there, folks. How's it going today? Hope everybody's doing really good. Welcome to 2024. Alrighty. Well, okay. Get my camera to stop sagging on me. There we go. I think it's going to find its own little spot here in a second. Anyhow, this is today's project. Looking at an old Peavey xr600 mixer today. The owner wanted me to service it for him and just take a look at everything, clean the pots, clean the EQ grid and that kind of thing. And I did replace some knobs. These are not the original knobs. I actually have 3 knobs that were up here. And I had these laying around. And when I say that, I'm not joking. Yeah. Bought these on eBay one time. I can't remember what I paid. It was like, I think there's maybe 1,000 in here, or 2,000. I'd have to look. I have more. These went to Vintage Custom Amplifiers. They're actually a pretty good feeling knob in your hand. So anyway, that's what we did. I kept the 3 original ones. These are them real mini knobs. They're smaller than you think. So we decked it out with these. I think it looks better than missing knobs in my opinion. Okay, well, first thing we did to get going was this Peavey amp covering is just like, I don't know, some sort of lunar surface or something. It's reptilian. I don't know. You can call it whatever you'd like. It really collects dust well. I mean, really well. So, first thing I did was hit it with some spick and span here. You can use about any type of cleaner. Don't spray it down in here, but and I use this brush, and that is about the best way to get that clean. Then I take a rag and just wipe off the excess. You may have to do it a couple times. I actually took the handle off, did underneath there, so that's nice and clean. Stuff sells faster if it's clean. So that's the whole point with this. The owner's selling off a bunch of his gear. This is some stuff that will probably never get used again. But he did want me to go over it, and, at least he can describe it that way as working condition or not working or whatever, okay? So like I said, it does have one input. I cleaned all these with some little dental brushes that you can go in each of the XLR pins and clean them, and that's the stuff that gets broke and dirty. And I think this one was the loosest of all. They're all kind of sloppy feeling. You can kind of move them, and this one, these all work though, and the 1/4-inch ones worked. But number one, XLR input, which gets used the most for some reason, it's like this needs to be the first microphone you plug in. I don't know. I guess that's what it does to people, because they get used the most, and they're always the ones that are the culprits. So it does have just a slight short in it, but if you just tap the cord, it's good to go. What I would probably do is just put a clamp here, and have the cord hanging on it or something. It'd probably last another 100 years. I don't know, but the reason I say that is because I've had this apart already, and this is all on a circuit board, okay? And that's no joke. I can do it, but I've got to dismantle this thing take off the backing plate, and get access to the back of this, which is a circuit board, and there's another covering that goes over this, which is on a strip of circuit board too, and that's why it's probably the downfall of it. But nonetheless, that's how they made stuff. It's easier to make it that way. It's faster. What happens over time is, you get somebody trips on a cord and it yanks it. It might wiggle it loose in the circuit board and break the solder joint. And then it just kind of, moves in and out of that post of the solder joint that's broken. It will work and it won't work, so to speak. So this is kind of why I shot the video, okay? Because here's the conundrum, and you have to have these conversations with the owners of gear like this, and it's probably going to take 2 to 4 hours. Well, I'm going to say about 2 hours to get it all apart, get everything unhooked, and it's quite a little journey to get to that, honestly. So to do it right, you got to take your time. Then I got to unhook this from the board, and I will have to get a new jack that's going to be adaptable to a circuit board, because I do not have one that will fit there. So here's the thing: is it worth paying someone like me 4 hours of labor and parts to resurrect that one channel, which still works, really, by the way? I mean, it's just a slight short, which an amplifier this old probably should have a few, but it's seen a lot of time on the road and stages and stuff too, so it's been used a lot. So anyway, there's the thing. You have to make this decision. Do I want to pay that much in labor and parts, which, it is what it is. It takes a certain amount of time, no matter who's doing it. I can get this stuff apart pretty fast. I'm pretty good with the soldering iron too, so it isn't that. It's just, it is time consuming. You have to take steps really slow so you don't damage something else. So in my opinion, the best thing to do with this is just, it's cleaned up. It has been serviced. I did spray all the pots out. I sprayed everything that I could. In front side, I cleaned the jacks, like I said, and what I could get at from the back side, which isn't a lot. Like I said, this is all circuit board. It's backed with an aluminum plate, and there's several layers with other small boards attached to it. I did take a picture of it, but I don't know how to actually interject that into a video yet. Maybe I should do some research on that. But anyway, I think that's what we're gonna do, and I'll have to have the conversation with the owner about it, and I'm sure he'll feel the same. There's no sense of sinking money into something when at the end of the day you're going to sell it and probably break even. It's just one of them things. It's almost to the point where they've become disposable, unless you're a repairman that needs a lot of gear that you could repair, yourself in your spare time, which I don't need. So there it is. There's no other way to put it. So the end of the day, I think this is the best way to do it. And I did put some replacement knobs on her, like I said, and it looks better than 3 missing knobs or whatever it was. And he can have there's 3 extras for spares. These knobs did not stay on well at all, by the way. They come off really easy. These are custom with a K amplifier knobs from the 70s, and those actually fit on there better than those did. So And I like it. You can kind of see him better too. Anyhow, if the owner don't like him, he can have the knobs free of charge because uh, I have extra. I'm trying to get rid of a few. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I thought I'd just share this with you. Like I said, if you're searching for gear, this is some pretty basic gear. It's good for jam rooms and small clubs, for a church or something like that. It still functions very well. Sounds really nice. The preamps are pretty decent, and it doesn't have scratchy pots or anything anymore. So it's probably gonna outlast my YouTube channel, I'm sure. Anyhow, you got to hand it to Peavey. Hartley Peavey built some really tough stuff. I mean, I've seen this stuff fall out of trucks, and 2 miles down the road at the club, they're playing it again. It's unreal. It was well built. So anyway, it's still worth something. So like I said, I'm just going to contact the owner and explain the situation. I think it's a good little setup right now, just the way it is. Like I said, this is a good little jam room, small club gig, duo act, something like that, where you're not going to need a lot of inputs and channels. So there it is, guys. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you real soon. Okie doke.